Okay, so I think the most important thing for Falcon's punish is the movement as it relates to his punish. In particular, you want to learn how to leave the ground and do the aerial you want. So how do you affect where you go after you leave the ground, or while, during, and after you are leaving the ground? So like in the air, it's obvious you can drift left and right. In fact, I'll turn on the input display so you can see that. But for short hop, it's less exaggerated. I can't go as far because I have less airtime. Okay, but if I'm jumping, I have jump squat. And if as I leave the ground, I hit a cardinal direction, I'm going to do a different type of jump. And my drift really doesn't matter. Like, look at my stick. As I'm in the air, it's going to be pretty neutral. I still move back during all this time, literally because of that one frame that I was leaving the ground. And then the same thing applies to, again, my stick is neutral, but I still have all this movement. To show you in real time, we have backflip, and we have all the way to the left, which is in front of you. Or if you're facing the other way, it's just flipped. And then you also have neutral, okay? And that adds to your speed going into it. So like, if I backflip, but I'm running forward, I'm going to stay in place. I'm jumping right at the center of the Pokeball. But let's say, whereas if I backflip and I wasn't running into it, I would move back to these yellow things, okay? But since I'm running into it, it's like additive. Okay, but let's run into it and be neutral. I'm like landing near these yellow bits. Again, it's exactly the same dash, drift, and position as when I was landing right on top of the Pokeball. The only thing I'm changing is my stick as I leave the jump. My drift really doesn't matter all that much, especially for like shuffles and short hops that aren't fast falling. And then I could do something in between. I could like do a half backflip by like positioning my stick in the corner here as I leave my jump. So I'll dash into it, and now I land at this white. So again, that's already 3 like positionings for jump, same timing. 3 positionings just based on your stick position. We haven't even drifted. Like there's no aerial drift that I'm changing up here. Okay, so that's backflip all the way. Here's a baby backflip. Okay, I land at like the white. Okay, here's neutral, and I land at the yellow. All right, let's say I hold my stick all the way to the left. I work with my dash. It's still additive. So now I land all the way near Fox. So now we have like 3 positionings off the same jump timing and spacing. And then the in-between one, and then neutral, and then all the way. You'll notice all the way is like double. So to get something in between, I might do this, but it's not going to be quite as exaggerated as, you know, I'm not going to be as precise as this in between, as it differed between backflip and neutral. But let's try that. So let's not try to land at like the yellow or Fox. Let's try to land between him by holding left and down. Yeah, that was pretty good. So this is neutral. This is all the way. And this is left and down. That's like 8 spacings just off, you know, one timing of jump. It gets even crazier if you consider like fast fall. So like I'm going to exaggerate all the way to the left and do a late down air. And now I'm going to fast fall it. See how I don't hit him? Because I reach the floor faster and my aerial comes out faster. I don't have as much air time. So this would be the same stick position as I leave my jump squat. And to get all the way over there, so again, here I'm going all the way out. And here I'm fast falling. So when you fast fall, consider the fact that you're cutting your jump down by a little bit. And then you have like, obviously there's tons of variations. Like if you're full hopping, it gets even crazier because then you have more like drift. You can like neutral jump, look like you're going to go like towards here, towards plat, and then drift back. That really throws people off. It's just like there's an infinite number of options. It's crazy. Like this has implications for like, let me open punish mode. So this has implications for punish because, like, let's say you are tech chasing, you're going to want to pinpoint exactly where Fox is going to land. So even if you're reading, you're reacting to where Fox is going because you read the tech option, but you're reacting to their DI. So like, for example, they could DI like right near me, far away from me. This is all at 0%, and they can vary their distance so much just with DI. Depending on where my stick is when I leave the ground, that's going to affect where I land, or even if I hit them in the first place. So like if I'm dashing, like let's say they DI for combo DI, so they're like all the way out there. If I hold my stick neutral, okay, I'm going to land right where they are. But if I held it all the way out, I'm going to hit them where they are, but I'm going to land closer to the edge. And that determines like what your options are out of the read. So you basically covered the option with the same aerial, but you did it with a different jump. And that has implications of what your options are after that. There is no right answer in this case, I don't think, but it's just something to think about. And like if you didn't know that your stick position determined like the difference between this and this, like you would be so frustrated playing Falcon because you wouldn't understand why your character was going where he was going. I think that's the most important thing for Punish, is like knowing where your character's going to be out of an aerial, or out of dash or walk or standstill into an aerial, because that will keep your Punish consistent. I want you to be really conscious of like, why am I moving here when I input these certain things? The other thing is like, well, the other thing would be like reacting, but we won't get into that. Okay, please God, work.